Okay guys, so as you can see, I am beginning my breakfast here, and I'm not going to film the whole thing because it would just be too long, but I'm going to give you, excuse me, kind of glimpses of what I do and a little of an explanation as to why. So here I have some strawberries, and I know it's weird, but I like them to kind of cook down a little bit before I add in my oats, and I'm also going to put in some high fiber oat bran. So now, why are we doing that? Well, the oatmeal is really good for providing your body with silica. So that's going to be a nutrient that helps your hair, it helps your nails. And silica also, they're now discovering, is really good for protecting the brain from Alzheimer's. And so I'm getting older. I'm in my mid 50s, approaching my mid 50s. I may not add too many years on yet, but things like dementia and brain health are starting to become very, very important to me. And I also have a grandmother who had dementia. So I am trying to be more conscious about that. And so I eat oatmeal almost every morning. And I put some berries in it. So these are kind of sweating down a little bit, and I'm gonna put some water in, and I'll pick up with you guys in just a second, and you'll see how this all starts to kind of come together and cook down. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to go ahead and pour in some alkaline water. I don't know if you know about alkaline water, but alkaline water is really good for helping with your pH balance. And if you're not familiar with it, let me go ahead and just kind of break it down a little bit while I turn this up a little bit, because that water is ice cold and I need it to get a little warmer. So acidity in the body is a health hazard, a huge health hazard. Stress creates acidity in the body. Meat creates acidity in the body. Just our lifestyles, our diet, not drinking enough water, not getting enough sleep. All of those create a situation where your tissues are acidic as opposed to being alkaline. And let me put it to you this way. Things like fruits and vegetables are alkalizing, meaning that they contribute minerals to your blood and to your tissues that help buffer acids. And we just aren't eating enough of those. And so when you're running through the drive-thru and you grabbed an Egg McMuffin and just woofed it down with a cup of coffee, that is just food that is devoid of minerals. There is zero alkalinity potential in that diet, and that is why diets like that tend to predisposition people to disease and cancer. And so you don't want that. And a way to keep that from happening is to eat primarily foods that are alkaline in nature. And alkaline simply means that they have a certain level of nutrients in them, minerals specifically, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and those things buffer acidity in the body. And so when you think about someone who eats a primarily vegan diet versus someone who just scarfs down a bunch of fast food all day long, drinks pop and soda, who's going to be the healthiest? The person that eats the primarily vegan diet. And that is because their system is more alkaline. The vitamins that they get from the vegetables and the fruits, the minerals specifically, but the vitamins and the minerals buffer the acidity in the body and help contribute to overall health. So I probably should do a more in-depth video on that, but basically you want to tend towards being alkaline, and you do that by eating more fruits and vegetables. And here's a small cheat. It won't do everything for you, but an alkaline water filter, and you can get these on Amazon. What it is a a system. It's just a water pitcher. I'm calling it a whole system, but it's just a water pitcher that filters the water and adds the minerals back into it. And as the minerals are added back into it, the pH of the water goes up. When you get water straight out of the tap, it's mostly acidic, not in every area. It kind of depends on what your county does to the water, but generally speaking, most people's water tends towards acidic to barely neutral. And so if you're drinking that water out of the tap, you're just adding to the acidity in your body. So I highly recommend you research alkaline water, an alkaline water picture, and think about incorporating that into your system. Now, for me, into your system, into your health routine, I should say. There is a little bit of a caveat with the alkaline water for some people, and I'm one of those people. If I drink too much of it, because it is alkaline and because it has buffers in it, it buffers my stomach acid. And you need your stomach acid to digest your food. So I tend to be a person that will have a little bit of a problem if I start drinking too much alkaline water. So what you can do is you can add a squeeze of lemon to it. The lemon is acidic. It takes the edge off the level of alkalinity, and you should be able to drink that without it interfering and causing you a lot of indigestion. I hope this is all making sense. I really didn't mean to talk about the alkaline aspect, but it's so important. I didn't want to leave it out. So get an alkaline water picture. If you're having trouble with acidity, if you're having trouble with heartburn, indigestion, GERD, and all of that, eat more fruits and vegetables, and you can keep your pH in the right range, which is tending toward alkalinity. You don't want to be too alkaline. You don't want to eat a bunch of Tums and things of that nature, because that can cause an issue too. But keeping the body in balance is so important, and alkaline water helps us to do that. Now, for me, I can't drink a whole lot of it, so you just saw me put it in my oatmeal. I cook with alkaline water, and I am going to just add in, get a free hand here, my holy grail, which is oat bran. And I do that to get the fiber. I do that to get the additional magnesium. This is going to make a lot, so I probably will have some left over for tomorrow morning. That'll just cook down in there in just a second. But yeah, I do it for the magnesium. I do it for the fiber. Oat bran is just a really healthy addition to your foods, your muffins. You can thicken sauces with it. It just adds a lot of nutrients. It adds iron. It adds a lot of B vitamins. I do it primarily for the magnesium and for the fiber. And so I'm just going to let this cook down, and I'm just going to put this in a bowl, and then I am going to have a smoothie. In just a moment, I drink these delicious greens, a scoop of this and some almond milk with some protein powder, and I am good to go for breakfast. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I hope that you will take your health more seriously. I mean, man, moving through life with a body that just isn't feeling its best, and I know that because I lived that for such a long time until I finally made up my mind and got the discipline to heal my body and give my body what it needed to be 100%. Think about just adding in these small little things. And yes, it does take effort. It takes effort to not just get the instant oatmeal out of the pack or to grab the bagel and cream cheese. I could have had a 20-second video and been on to the next thing, but here I am cooking berries and oat bran and oatmeal this morning. But it is so worth it. So I wanted to leave you guys with that.